What's the motherfucking deal, Sauce Nation? No, man, give me 1 second. Let me fix this small little technical difficulty here. Y'all give me like 30 seconds. We're going to be back Gucci. Hold on. I'll still talk to y'all while I get these things in order so y'all don't think I done abandoned y'all. Y'all, yeah, you know how I go. Y'all know how I go. Let's see. Let me see. Here we go. This is the problem right here. Okay. Oh, okay, that's why. Yeah, everybody thought I was clocked out because they like that nigga Honcho that died, the camera that fell. All right, cool. We should be back good now. All right, awesome. Y'all already know what the motherfucking deal is, man. Welcome to Sauce Sports. If you're not familiar with Sauce Sports is a Houston, Texas homer network, so that means we're talking all sports, but only Houston. So with that being said, man, y'all know today is Wink Wednesday. We always turn up on Wink Wednesday. Man, what's the motherfucking deal, Wink? How you doing today?
What's going on with everybody in Sauce Nation? I appreciate everybody coming through once again. We're going to have another good show. Absolutely. Man, I want to make a quick note before we get started, man, because there's just been some things that have been coming to my attention, you know, and I'm not saying that's anything in the sauce or whatever. Y'all always show love. I ain't never worried about that. It's not even the sauce and scam show or whatever the fuck that shit was we came across yesterday. I ain't even tripping on that. But it's just been brought to my attention. There's some people I used to be familiar with, and I know y'all out there lurking. I know y'all out there watching what I'm doing. Because I done seen some people start to emulate. I get word of things. You know, I may not be checking on certain shit, but I get word of stuff out there. And so my thing about it kills me because I know y'all peeking. I know y'all watching. Y'all ain't showing no motherfucking love, but then y'all going behind the scenes talking all that trash. So I'm going to catch an earlier stream when y'all watch this. Give y'all one of these. Go ahead, sit and rotate on that for me one time. Because if y'all going to sit there hating on the sidelines, man, and not follow the guidelines, it's all good. But for everybody else in Sauce Nation, man, you know, it's nothing but love. You know me, I do nothing but show love. So I can't stand when motherfuckers want to be salty, want to hate, you know, and be on that bullshit. But again, like I say, they can often imitate, but they can never duplicate. But man, let's get into the sauce. Let's stir up some flavor, man. And before that, we appreciate all the soldiers on the battlefield.
Exactly.
And all of these fake channels and shit that's already trying to bite on the whole project.
Exactly. So like I say, man, so it's all good though, because like I say, you can give them the recipe, man, but hey, if they ain't got the right ingredients, it don't even motherfucking matter. So first and foremost, y'all know how we start this thing off. Y'all know how we jump this thing off, man. It's all about Sauce Nation. Y'all are the freshest ingredients, and like I said, they ain't got the right ingredients, and y'all are the motherfucking ingredients. So they ain't got the right ingredients to stir up the flavor, and we got to recognize those proper ingredients. So that's how y'all know we start this thing off with the roll call, man. And get a little Sauce Nation roll call in. So that means if you are from the city, and the city is Htown, you make sure you shout out your side with pride, man. You let us know where you're from so we can send a little bit of love in your direction. But if you're not from the city, man, let us know where to send that love. Look, we sending it direct digital love wherever we got to send it to. So like I say, your hood, set, click, block, gang, military ranking, you know, latitude, longitude, avenue, street, circle, cul-de-sac, you know, all that good shit, man. Whatever you represent, however you get down. And like I say, man, let us know so we can send some love in that direction. And let's see who we got up in here. And we're going to get this party started because there's plenty to talk about, man. Youngster, man, we going to talk about June 27th because this is an argument I have a lot. And as I'm talking about this, Youngster did not have the hardest verse on June 27th. Big Pokey had the hardest verse on June 20th. Like, Youngster shit was flashy and fly. And only jam. I'm not knocking it. Like, I'm not knocking it. Youngster shit jam.
Because that was a time when Youngster was really about to start right before want to be a baller and all that, you know, throw young player and all that. Yeah. Anybody that's of age knows that he wasn't the hardest on that verse. He was definitely top 3.
Yeah. In my opinion, like I say, Podina held that hoe down to me, man. Like that motherfucker killed it. But let's see what we got in the mix. Let's say Wise, Frank Aldeco, Devontae Love, Homer, Jerry Montalvo, Eliza Turner gave you power, Heidi ho. Jack Tripper, Three's Company, Josh Cooper, what's the motherfucking deal? Alex Green in the house. Let's see, Asmel, what's the motherfucking deal? Real live from the PAT, what go down, baby? Mega Man, already happy motherfucking June 27th. Let's see who we mixing. Let's make sure we ain't missing over. Josh M, what's the motherfucking deal? Jacob, what's the motherfucking deal? Mr. Killer KB, always good to see you, man. What's the motherfucking deal? Houston B, Mr. Killer KB, Bob the Sex Machine, man. What's the motherfucking deal? Good to see you. Let's see. OG 77013, what's the motherfucking deal? Like Flimlo rap. Who's Flimlo? I don't know what that is. Dope Chef, what's the motherfucking deal? Tony, Texas, good to see you. Already. Broderick, what is going down, baby? Tom Ball in the motherfucking house already. Let's see Katie in the house. Spring, Texas. Channelview, Temple, Texas. Tom Ball already representing. Korea, the one and only. SWAT in the motherfucking mix. Okay. Representing that Aries. Buenos Aires. Already. Port Arthur, Texas. Land of the Trill. Seabrook. Slum. Humble, Texas in the motherfucking mix. Already, man. Like I said, man, we ain't gonna worry about haters. We ain't gonna get a hater's acknowledgement. You know what I'm saying? They know who they are. They feel it in their soul. You know, it's a disease. Hating is a disease. You know what I'm saying? So they feel it as it deteriorates their body and it eradicates their bones. You know, they feel it in their soul. So, you know, we ain't gonna get no light. They know who hating. 915 Super Mario, what's the motherfucking deal? Dr. Rabbit, what's the motherfucking deal? My boy 335 in the mix is always holding it down. But let's talk about some shit, man. Let's get into it, man. Let's talk about what's going on around the city. Let's just talk about some things locally in sports. And then I know it was a topic you want to get on. And let's address that first, man. Let's talk about the comments. So we had a chance in the round table. I know that some folks that got a little bit later. We were trying to keep it kosher. And I know you wanted to talk about that, about the comments that Arian Foster had made, and if he would have had a chance to play with Watson and how that team would have looked, man. So how do you feel about that situation? What do you think would have happened with that 2012 team?
Watson on that 2012 team, I mean, that 2012 offense, he does something like fucking that's unheard of. Even more so because he had a much better O-line back then. Arian Foster was on top of his game. You know what I'm saying? And you know, he would have been able to get guys like Kevin Walker involved. And I feel bad for Kevin Walker because Kevin Walker was one of these low-key dudes that, like, nobody wanted to talk about, but he did everything very well. Exactly. When it came to catching the ball, he could make spectacular catches. He could run crisp routes. He had decent speed. His run blocking was phenomenal. You know, you had Gary Graham. Yep. You know, guys like that. You know, you had James Casey coming out of the backfield, and you know that. And like I say, that O-line. I mean, we had 3 Pro Bowlers this season. You know what I'm saying? And then you had guys like Antonio Smith and guys like that. You know, guys like Brian Kush still would have got hurt, and that's you know, we still would have ended up probably having the same problem that we had in the secondary. So it's really no telling how bad. Tom Brady probably still would have done the same thing he did to that defense, but we would have been able to maintain, and we definitely would have scored on that first scoring drive when Matt Shaw, when they went right down with Daniel Manning had that 95-yard kick return, and we would have scored on that drive, hands down. Like, being in that type of situation in the red zone, like, it felt like every time, well, just about every time that Watson was in the red zone, it's like he scored. Yeah, it just felt that way. It just felt like every time he was in the red zone, I think he scored no problem. He just found a way to happen, and I really think, you know, having that Andre Johnson would have been definitely ridiculous. His numbers, he would have ended up having probably like 1,700 yards that season, and he definitely would have had a shitload of touchdowns.
Okay. Yeah, definitely, man. And that's the one thing I think I would have enjoyed seeing the most, that connection, that Watson to Johnson connection. I think that would have been a beautiful thing. Seeing Foster coming out the backfield, I think it would have just been too many assets on that team, because honestly, with all those tools, in my opinion, you know, even though he had his little run, I mean, where he played above average in my book, Schaub was the weakest link in that whole connection, because you had too much talent around you. I mean, you couldn't fail with the talent that was around him. You know, if you were just a decent quarterback, we saw what Yates did when Yates had to come in and fill in whenever Schaub went down prior to. And, you know, and what you mentioned about Kevin Walter, man, exactly, because Kevin Walter actually sealed the playoff deal, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, he did. And so, you know, he doesn't get enough love for that, man, because he made a hell of a play. And so that's what I'm saying. It's just like Kevin Walter, you know, we joke and talk about, you know, he was a superior blocker, but Kevin Walters was a solid receiver, man. Like, I don't think he doesn't get the love that he truly deserved. But again, you know, it wasn't that guy that we all wanted. It wasn't that guy that, you wanted as a number 2 or most people saw as a number 2 to Andre Johnson. But, hey, we can't cry over spilled milk, but it's good to speculate and fantasize sometimes. But what I want to talk about today, and kind of briefly touched on it. I think you touched on it a little bit in the stream yesterday. But I want to talk about the city of Houston and what's going down, like how we're starting to become talked about. Even though the national media trying to push, LeBron to L.A., a lot of signs are saying LeBron's coming to Houston. We can talk about James Harden just winning the MVP. We can talk about the Astros just won the World Series on pace to do it again. And then talk about how Altuve just won the MVP. And so we're doing some major things. We're making major news in the MLB. We're making major news in the NBA. But we're running into a little of where we get this little influx of problems is in the NFL. Everybody loves Deshaun Watson. Everybody loves J.J. Watt. Everybody should be loving Hopkins, but only the people who really pay attention, which is Houston fans, pay attention. Everybody else outside will swear up and down all these other dudes do this, that, and the third. But again, when you look at it, it's not just a receiver. It's who's throwing the ball to that receiver is a big importance. But anyway, like I say, so people going to hate on that, whatever. But we know that Hopkins is the best. I'm going to talk about the MVP situation first. What do you feel like, honestly? I think they have him 5th in the rankings as far as Vegas odds, but what do you honestly feel like Deshaun Watson, a whole healthy season, what are his chances of winning the MVP?
He was on the last time I checked, he was on that path, in 7 games as a rookie. I mean, you giving this man a full off season with his ability to be able to read defenses. He's able to gain. See, what people are really not talking about, and it was so funny. I was listening to PFF. They did a video on YouTube earlier when I was at work, and I watched it, and they still weren't really giving Deshaun Watson his credit, and it was just stifling to me to see like how these guys, like when it comes to their rankings. I feel that one day we have to have them because they have to back up what they're talking about. They can't really be taken seriously. But honestly, like no fandom aside, I don't care about being a fan because I'm a fan of the sport first before I'm a fan of any player or any football team. This man could very well be the MVP, no problem, as long as he's healthy. That's all he has to do. I think everything else is really going to. The game has already slowed down for him in the sense that he's making big plays. He was the number 1 quarterback in terms of big plays. What he did inside and outside of the pocket against good defenses, that can't be discounted. Mm-hmm. Like against the number 1 scoring defense, he made them go from 1 to 7th in 1 week.
Yeah.
Like you don't do that if you're not special. And I mean, a lot of people love to sit here and say this man's gonna hit a rookie wall and if they got tape on him. They actually don't have enough tape on him. Mm-mm. They only have 6 games worth of tape on him. That's not a full season. So you really don't know what he's going to do and how unpredictably that his game will elevate. If his game could elevate the way that it did against the better teams in the league, and he always showed a knack to play good against the better teams that we played last year, why am I to believe that that's not going to carry over when he's visited every stage of football that he's ever played?
Yeah, exactly. Let me see something here. Like I say they say it sounds like a little muffled. Let me see if I can turn you up some more here.
I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry.
Okay. Oh, there you go. Yeah, cool. All right, cool.
Yeah. I was speaking away from the damn thing. My bad.
Okay, cool. But shout out to Chandler, man. Again, always holding it down on the sauce line, man. You know what I'm saying? Always first and foremost appreciate that love, man. Like I say, look, if everybody else gonna be scared to use it, hey, I know Chandler gonna hold it down. Shout out to Vontae Love too for calling in yesterday. Definitely appreciate that love. So what we gonna do, man, is I want to start doing with the sauce line is probably, like I said, I'm going to make sure we're going to probably try to keep the shows about an hour. And, we're going to talk for usually the first maybe 40, 45 minutes. And then like the last 15 minutes of the shows, I'm going to start opening up the sauce line. And that way, y'all can feel free to call in. So that way y'all save up all your questions. But y'all can text throughout the sauce line all show long. But save your questions for the ends if you want to call in. That way, we can kind of have it a little bit organized as we get everything figured out. But like I say, I appreciate everybody who supports and shows love and participates in the sauce line. Because like I say, y'all are freshest motherfucking ingredients. This is for y'all. If I just wanted to talk at y'all all day, it wouldn't be no motherfucking sauce line. So like I say, this is about y'all, man. So don't be afraid to call in. Don't be afraid to speak your piece, man. Because you try to call in these other shows, they're going to put your ass on hold for half an hour and then tell you,
we ran out of time. What y'all got to say. Y'all don't have to worry about no hold or nothing. Y'all getting patched through as soon as you call.
Exactly. So that's what it's saying. Love fork knife. Yes, I love forks and knives to eat food. I don't fuck with no Fortnite. Fuck that shit. And whoever still keep goddamn sending me them damn invitations, I'm gonna keep rejecting y'all. I ain't finna motherfucking me do it. The text number is the same one. It's 832-639-DRIP. So that's 3747. That's 832-639-DRIP. 3747. So here's the deal. Okay, so like I said, good chance, and I saw somebody said better than 20-1 chances for Watson to win MVP. Exactly, man. And what you got to look at all these other guys, like I say, when you got to look at these teams as a whole in NFL, what Watson did with what could have been the most trash line in the league, I mean, other than Martin, it was a patchwork. You got to appreciate it because they're talking, they bigging up Wentz, but look at Wentz's O-line. They bigging up Brady. I'm gonna have to look at Brady's O-line a little bit this year because I know they lost some crucial pieces some last year. And I don't think people are giving, or counting for that. Okay, Brady's good, Brady's great, but he's getting older. That team doesn't seem to be as tight as it used to be as far as under the fist of Belichick. It seems like there's some tension between him and Belichick. So I expect some things to look a little bit different early on for the Patriots this year. But then, of course, as always, I expect them to get it together because I know a lot of people are saying, oh, the Patriots going to beat the Texans game one. I don't see that happening without Edelman. Like I say, with the tension and shit, they're still trying to figure out some pieces after losing key pieces like Cooks and a couple other guys.
And Lewis.
Yeah, exactly, Lewis. And so I think it's going to be
Butler.
Yeah. That Butler, that's going to be a real interesting one. I'm going to see that I want to know how that pans out because if that's going to turn out to bite him in the ass, but I know that what it is going to do is definitely going to benefit us because I know Hopkins going to eat on Butler every time we go see him in what is it, Tennessee?
Yeah.
So
man, Logan Ryan.
Yeah. So I can't trust a motherfucker with two first names, Logan Ryan. Anyway. So like we're talking about Deshaun's MVP chances. Now we want to talk about there's something else, an issue I want to address that I've noticed with Houston fans. Okay, and it bothers me because this is a city. As a city, you saw us all come together for the hurricane. You saw us all come together for different situations and different things that have taken place. Why the fuck can't we come together as fans? Because I've seen a lot of Astros fans who are hating on people for watching the Rockets, this like during the Western Conference Finals. Even I've seen some other little comments, and that's what reminded me of it today. But it's like, let's be honest, the Astros had a couple of close situations, game sevens, and I'm not knocking it. They did what they had to do to win it all. But to knock somebody for supporting the Rockets who basically should have won and had CP3 not went down, that makes you look like a fucking idiot. You know what I mean? It makes you look like a real dumbass, and it makes you look like a fucking hater. We
got too many fair weather fans, and I've been trying to tell you, bro. We do not have. See, people from Houston would love to think that they loyal fans. You don't know the first thing about being a loyal fan. You don't know the first thing about it because when you really look at our history in terms of how we've been up and down with franchises and. With the Texans, we've been dealing with shit for quite some time before we got a quarterback and these moves, and you got players telling the real spiel about how the organization, the way things are ran. It doesn't. The franchises have plenty to do with it. The national media spins the narrative, and they have stuff to do with it. But overall, the fans pick and choose what they do. Like, how many of y'all know fans that are just Patriots fans?
No,
I know full-blown Patriots fans from my hood. Like, it's ridiculous that dudes from my neighborhood who I never would have thought would have converted over to the other side have. And they've done this years ago. And they support Tom Brady and guys like that to the fullest. And I'm like, bro, where were you at, in the 90s when they were losing Super Bowls and shit like that? Like, in the 80s, where were you then? You know what I'm saying? If you weren't a fan a long time ago, then at the end of the day, I can't even take you seriously. I know that, I know they're a model for success and you can admire what they do. But to be a fan, and I'm not saying you can't even be a fan, but to shit on your own hometown team in virtue, just to big up another franchise is ridiculous to me. Exactly. And we deal with that a lot. Hell, not everybody's a Rockets fan.
Yeah.
Not everybody's a Astros fan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And as Houstonians, you got to deal with fake fans on a regular basis, and it doesn't do anything but divide. And a lot of these guys, they're casuals anyway. They don't care about the sports itself. You know what I'm saying? They're not doing everything and researching things. They're just going off of what people like this. And this is why I asked that question in my stream the other day. Does the Houston sports media really serve fans in a positive way?
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem that way, because look at how many casuals we have.
Yeah. But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I think it's okay to rip on your own team if you're showing up because you want them to succeed. You want them to be successful. It's not saying that, we ain't gonna never. It's different when you like, oh man, I'm fucking with the Titans, or I'm fucking with the Steelers, man. Fuck the Texans.
Right,
but you're not really giving a shit about them. But it's like, man, this is my team. They making bad decisions. This hurts me because it's hurting the team. And then you want better. I think that's a different bag as opposed to something like somebody jumping on a whole other team. I ain't even finna support them, and then you still hating. That's the thing that kills me. Like I say, I see nothing wrong with being critical. You tell me I'm overly critical of myself, but that don't mean I hate myself. It just means that I want better for myself. So I mean, and that's how I look at it too with the teams, though. I feel like it's okay to have concern, to voice your displeasure with the team, because that's just that emotional attachment. But when you ain't got no attachment to the team, you like fuck them, and then you still just talking down, and this is the city that you want to represent. That shit blows my mind. Like the same way.
I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't until listening to Ray, and I totally disagree. I just feel like he was anti a bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? And I would get in the conversation, and me and him would bicker back and forth. Wasn't until we became cast members on the round table, and I talked to Ray on a totally different, and I see his vision, he sees mine, and we agree totally. And I felt the same way about Darren.
Yeah.
It just was like, these dudes, what the fuck are these dudes talking about?
Yeah.
And then really watching, I couldn't help, but I couldn't deny what was being put in front of me. You know what I'm saying? And actually doing videos, I'm sorry to say, when you actually do commentary for teams, and it's not, to make anybody else feel bad, but I think when you actually do videos and you do commentary about Houston sports teams specifically, since that's what we're talking about, you look at these teams and you look at shit that's being done in a totally different light.
Yeah.
Like, I've never been more woke as a Texans fan than actually doing commentary, having collective thought with the round table. We in so much of agreement, so we all share the same frustrations when it comes to players, personnel, coaching, and how they drop football games in gut-wrenching fashion on a yearly basis. Like, there was no reason for us to witness two close-ass games we should have won against the Patriots and the Seahawks. Honestly, as fans, we really looking forward to the season. Like, we already looking forward to the season because of Deshaun Watson and some guys coming back off of injuries, and we want to see that offense light up again. But we really would be on a high had we beat those two teams.
Oh, yeah.
Even if we would have been 6-10 had we beat those two teams, we would be in a totally different stratosphere, and a lot of dudes would be taking us way more seriously, especially considering the abysmal O-line we had and the defense that we had under Mike Vrabel. And I know everybody in the comment section will agree with everything that I just said.
Oh yeah. Vrabel wasn't able. You know what I'm saying? But I want to shout out to Chandler. Chandler texted in and he says, "Wink, you nailed it." But here's the thing: that I was watching the Sunday night football game on TV when the Texans were losing to the Colts. All the Texans fans were leaving that game. I mean, I was so mad because we have fair weather fans and bandwagon fans. As Chandler said, I've been loyal to the Astros, Rockies, and Texans my whole life. And that's what I'm saying. Shout out to Chandler holding it down. But that's what I mean. Like, you got to be there. Like, you got so many motherfuckers who only want to participate when it's good. And I feel like shit. You don't deserve to play to participate when it's good if you wasn't there for the bad. That's why I don't really jump on the Astros shit. Like, shout out to the Astros, but I wasn't like a big baseball fan.
The Astros like that.
And so
they just part of Houston. I don't follow baseball, but hey, they got some success. I didn't even. We being real, I didn't even watch them there. I didn't watch not one game of the World Series.
Yeah,
and I'm not ashamed to say it. I don't care. Like, they won. I was too in tune with what Deshaun Watson was doing on the field.
Yeah,
he was overshadowing everything. The Rockets was doing their thing at the same time, and they end up having their success. For all the baseball lovers and all the people that love the Astros. I like the Astros, but I clearly love the Astros by default. I would never talk down on them. I've never said anything bad about them whatsoever. It's just baseball isn't my sport.
Exactly. And that's just what it is. And that's why I say, like, even if you don't fuck with us, even if you don't really watch the Rockets, why hate on them? Even if everybody watch football, so I ain't gonna say that, but everybody got people like those motherfuckers who are outsiders and representing for other teams within the city. Like that shit blows my mind. So I mean, that's just something that I wanted to address because I've noticed that. And as a city, like, we already got enough haters outside the boundaries, outside the borders. You know what I'm saying? In our own state. You go up 45 north to South Oklahoma. They hating on us, and the rest of the media hating on us. And even we're by far and away better than the opposition we face. They try to find ways to undermine us and say, this, that, and they'll use historical references that aren't even valid today to find a way to just to discount our success when we do have successes. So here's the thing. I want to talk about a little bit. We mentioned earlier, like I said, as we talk about Houston hating on each other, we're talking about things that are going on. I want to talk about Houston showing a little bit of love, and shout out to DeAndre Hopkins, because today he put out a little call to action to folks and said, hey, if you want to come out and work out with me today at I believe it was Herman Park, and he had a nice little crowd out there. Yeah, it was. And like I say, shout out to the youth who took the initiative, because I think that's something that's going to change a lot of lives. The fact that, man, for free, I didn't have to go pay. No, I just showed up, and this man showed us love, and we got to work out with an NFL player. That's motivation. That's something that's going, like I say, all the kids who showed up, all the youth, everybody who showed up, that's something that they'll remember for the rest of their lives. And how many, I'm not saying no other players are out there doing it, but you don't hear a lot of that. You see, and I'm not knocking people who are having camps, and I'm not knocking all that, but just to pull up and just say, hey, man, come fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about the best receiver in the league, hands down. I don't care what anybody else is saying. And, humble enough to just say, hey, you know what? I fuck with the people in this city. Let's make something happen. So, shout out to Hopkins for that, man.
Yeah. I love situations like that where these guys, man, can do camps and they do things when they get to interact with the fans. They really don't know how many, people they touch when they do that shit.
Shout out to Wise, man. Wise just sent me something very interesting on the South line, and this is why I say I don't really fuck with like PFF. This is why I say I'm not like a super stat person, because you can make up stats for anything. So he tells me, or he texts in, he says that how are the Texans ranked 31st in starting line, the 31st starting lineup in the NFL by PFF. That's more than disrespectful. That's insulting me with insult. Same shit. It's blasphemous. You know what I'm saying? It's really outrageous to even to even say something. I mean, how you talking about again a motherfucker who
bro? If you put a T at the end, they'd be.
That's basically what it is. The latest report from. But how do you? I mean, this is what I'm saying. The best motherfucking receiver in the league. You're talking about the best young QB in the game, because, before Wentz was even just setting it off like that, Wentz, it took him a year or two to get it. The second year, these motherfuckers saying Watson's name year one. When people saying, "Oh, I don't know about Wentz," when people thought Goff was going to be better than Wentz, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was this question. Well, people tried to say, "Oh, Trubisky," but the Tribiscuit, he ain't even in the same league, man. And, no. And it kills me. But like I say, you can look at the numbers, and then, like I said, if you would have used the projected numbers, this motherfucker's blowing any and everybody that ever existed at the quarterback position out of the water. And again, and did it with a mediocre starting line. And then you're talking about a defense. Let's talk about the starters on you telling me, I mean, with this defense alone, it should be a fucking a top 15 fucking roster. That defense staying healthy is love, especially the way that they give this love to JJ. But and like I say, I'm not knocking. I just want to see it on the field. But you talking JJ Clowney, merciless, again, underrated. Nobody gives him his due. Then you're talking about Covington, nice young player. You're talking about, as far as the linebacker, McKinney, one of the most solid, efficient tacklers. He's not the most explosive, not the best in coverage, but still a solid linebacker, great tackling rate. You're talking about Zach Cunningham, a nice young player. Cole, he's a nice young player, and hopefully, I haven't heard a lot. Speaking of Dylan Cole, have we heard much about Dylan Cole in these past couple of weeks, OTAs or anything? You really haven't heard?
I've been seeing him out there, but nobody's really been saying anything about him. And that's the thing. You see, when we talk about Dylan Cole and Zach Cunningham, those are the guys waiting in the wings who are going to take a major step up. And the fact that you got guys coming back and they're healthy, and the offense is going to be contributing to, and you have Romeo Cannell back, the defense is going to be on a totally different avenue, so it really matters that these guys are going to be, they got a lot to prove, they got a lot to do, but to be honest, they just need to be healthy more so than anything else. If they, as long as they maintain health, and the new guy that we got is doing what he's supposed to do, I really don't see this team really having too many problems. Just as long as, like I said, the only reason why we were legitimately losing football games was not because of talent, it wasn't because of anything else. It was because of the trust in the coaches with the players, and the players didn't trust the coaches. They were just in that situation all year until Deshaun Watson left. There was no trust.
Okay. This is something that we mentioned on yesterday. We had talked about, and we were talking about the interview and talking about B.O.B. Not you mentioned the coaches and how, like I say, even before he had the interview, from word around town, people who were attending practices, and it seemed like some of the other players, some things I'd heard early on, that B.O.B. is now kind of more relaxed in his situation, that he's not as not trying to be Dr. Dickhead, and really trying to relate to the players, which is, I say, something that happened with Kubiak in Baltimore before he went back to head coaching in Denver, and I think that's what elevated his ability to coach, is understanding the players and benefiting from the talent. I think that's the leverage that Crennel has over a lot of coaches. He understands the mentality, not just the skill set, but the mentality of the players that he has. And do you think that you expect to see something different from B.O.B. with this newly developed personality that he has?
To be honest, Deshaun Watson makes you so comfortable that why don't you just let this man do what the hell he's supposed to do? And I know at night when he went home from those games that he knew he lost us, not what the defense or people can. I know you can blame some of the shit on the defense, you can blame some of it on coaching, and just measuring the size of his testicles. But at the end of the day, he didn't trust his team. He didn't trust Deshaun Watson enough to go out there to go make those claims, because he wanted to do the politically correct thing on the football field when you're going against much better quarterbacks who have to be assassinated like Nixon. I mean, like Kennedy. You know what I'm saying? And Abraham Lincoln. Like, at the end of the day, this is what it takes. You cannot take your foot off of those type of quarterbacks' neck. And I hope he's learned his lesson with trying to be cute his whole fucking career with the Houston Texans. And I think he's very much a player's coach. But Kubiak allowed his veterans to be off. He allowed his veterans, man, they didn't have to be in the motherfucker because they already knew the game plan. They showed this. And why do you think we had so many Pro Bowlers and all pros when he was our head coach? It's a totally different thing when you measure the amount of success, because old buddy's success can't be measured to Gary Kubiak's success with this team, period. It's like, it's not even close. The teams were so much different when Gary Kubiak was the head coach. It was his scheme that started to become a little bit too repetitive there, where people were recognizing plays before they even happened. And that's the only thing that messed him up from still being the head coach here with the Houston Texans.
Okay. Well, so do you think that Kubiak, to improve, he needed to he needed to go through that he needed to kind of experience that reality that, hey, you've become predictable, and I'm not gonna crack jokes about him damn near dying on the field or anything like that, but do you think that he kind of needed to go through some of that fucking turmoil to elevate his ability to coach? Or do you think that when he slid to Baltimore and Denver that it was a talent?
Honestly, Honcho, the moment he left, he had the exact same scheme. He went to other places and he won a Super Bowl with. I saw what he did with Baltimore, and he took them to a 10-16 with Justin Forsett and Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco statistically had the best season he's ever had under Gary Kubiak. So maybe it was the quarterbacks that he had in place, with the exception of Case Keenum, because he was the only quarterback who was here in that last season that looked like he was competent and was able to thrive in that scheme. Honestly, I believe running the same type of plays and just not mixing it up and spreading the ball out, and it could have boiled down to personnel in some instances because he couldn't do things that he really wanted to do. But I really think when it came down to it, that's really what it was. It's just players, and even
even Andre Johnson alluded to it in the Now What podcast. We just had dudes taking up space. We had dudes who wasn't making no real contributions, and they was on this team, and we got rid of, players who deserved to be on the football field, and that's really what it was.
Okay. All right, man. Let me jump in this poll real quick because I said I was going to do it yesterday and I forgot. So here's the deal. We talked about we had a Frenchies conversation the other day, and then Jay Dizzle hit me on the sauce line, man, and said, we need to do a comparison, Frenchies versus Timmy Chan. So we didn't drop that in. All right, that's a bet, Heidi. We'll definitely see you in the den. Make sure y'all check out. We'll be talking about having hall passes, celebrity hall passes in the den tonight at 9:30. So make sure y'all there for the Kush den. It's going to be very interesting. But here's the option: 1 for Frenchies, 2 for Timmy Chans, or 3 for others. So if y'all think that there's another place that is a better chicken place than Frenchies or Timmy Chans, y'all put that on the in the mix. We'll put the poll right here on the side so y'all can check that out. We'll keep that live. And make sure you put the exclamation point in front of the word vote so that it can get registered. Because if you just put 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever, it ain't going to register. So make sure your vote counts and get that right. So here's the deal. Okay, so we kind of talked about some past things. We talked about some present things with Watson and what B.O.B is his personality change. Let's do some little futuristic speculation. Okay, so there's a lot of rumors, a lot of things, and of course y'all know in the chat. Let me know if y'all have heard anything new. But there's been a lot of speculation about the LeBron James situation. So I want to get your opinion on it. And how do you feel? Do you see LeBron coming to the city? How would you feel about LeBron being in the city? And what do you think that he would bring to the Rockets?
What was that?
I was asking about LeBron. Like, how do you feel about the possibility? What do you think the percentage chance is that LeBron ends up in Houston? And if he does, what does he bring to that Rockets franchise?
Honestly, this looks like it's his final destination. The national media can show that, but his actions, the shit he's heading towards, him getting Whataburger and being in Houston and shit like that, indicates that he on the way. So, and Daryl Moore is a fucking goon when it comes to going out and go get players because he's willing to do whatever it takes to win. When you have somebody like that, when you have a GM showing players that, motherfucker, we gonna win. We just need to get a couple of pieces. If it ain't the coach, I'll get y'all whatever y'all need so y'all can bring the ship back to this damn team. So if he comes here, we going to the championship and we will win. So that's what I'm expecting when LeBron James gets here. I've been saying that for months now. And when he gets here, everybody gonna hop on the bandwagon who wasn't on, including you, Honcho.
Y'all already know shit. I wasn't on the CP3 bandwagon. I ate a couple of crows for that one, man. I be out like, look, I wanted my boy James to finally do what he needed to. He finally went and got the MVP he deserved. Right. He ain't sealed the deal because I was feeling like he was getting fucked over. But right. But here's my deal. Like, I can't deny the talent right. and what LeBron James is. My whole big beef with LeBron.
It's not like he's really gonna have to be the man he had to be in Cleveland and Miami.
Yeah.
This is a totally different team. They got a different type of help. They got a different type of coach who can actually coach. He has a solid offense that everybody's gonna be able to eat from. And we'll have a solid bench. As long as you can maintain a few players or you can go out and do whatever it is you need to do to make sure that this team stays strong defensively and offensively, and you can guard the rim. This team right here can go places, and they can very well be in the same position, but have a championship right behind it. Because anybody in the East will not survive a game. Hell, they won't even survive 6 games against us in the East.
It'll be over.
They will not survive.
Okay. Let's see. I see some of y'all comment. I see look like Frenchie's winning so far right now. You say only the Frenchies off OST. Like I say, I see somebody talking about Canes. Broderick had a good point. He says, I'll break it down like this.
Frenchies on OST.
Yeah, he talking about it probably over. He probably talking about down off from Scott from going further down. He probably thinking about that area right there.
Yeah, you ain't talking about the one on Scott and Wheeler in Detroit right by the subway. Yeah, that's the best one.
Yeah, that's the one. Like I say, break down like this. Frenchie smells great, but it's average. And Timmy Chans is not great, but the amount of food you get for the money is what makes it good. Man,
I love Timmy Chan. Yeah. I'm a fan favorite. I've always loved
the rice and gravy.
The rice is classic. It's classic, bro. Man. It's never going anywhere.
Now look, I was fucking with Timmy Chan. Even a couple of times I caught some feathers in my shit. I still was fucking with him, goddamn. Hey, it is what it is. It was holding for a minute. But Frenchies to me is the lick. I fuck with Frenchies. Like, if it came down to it,
yes,
I gotta fuck with Frenchies, dog. Frenchies is my lick with the strawberry soda. Yeah.
Frenchies got my heart because it's got that Creole season. It's fried perfectly. It's that crispy, like golden, like Timmy Chan is too. It's the exact same color. It's just how you want it. But if talking about just that seasoning, and then they got the sausage with the red bean and rice, and it's true Creole, and I'm Creole anyway. I love that. I just love their food, man. Everybody you just said, Timmy Chan or what's it called, love the food. But if we're talking about where it's gonna edge out, plus it's a little bit closer, considering where I used to stay when I used to live right off MLK, and it was right there. But it was just like, man, Frenchies is where it's at. You can never get tired of Frenchies. Already. I definitely agree. Y'all ain't lying, man. Them Frenchy fries is holding. Y'all not lying about that. Like I said, strawberry soda with the fries, they holding, man. Yes, they strawberry soda. Both strawberry sodas at both places. Because if I get me a wing dinner with rice, no gravy, 3 peppers, and a large strawberry soda, that's the order. And then the damn roll be wrapped up in the damn it's so hot. You know what I'm saying? And you bite that bitch, it's wrapped. That's what I'm telling you. Man, that's what I'm telling y'all right there, man. That's why we the freshest flavor. And who else giving y'all this Frenchies conversation? They ain't gonna talk to y'all about it. 610 ain't gonna know nothing about no motherfucking Frenchies or no Timmy Chan. They ain't gonna tell you. Canes. I see people in there, they talking about some place called Canes. I've been away from Houston for 10 years now in terms of living there. So I don't know about Canes, but when I come back this weekend, I'm definitely gonna eat me some Frenchies. I'm definitely gonna hit me up all of these damn seafood restaurants and shit like that I've been seeing. I want to get some Chef Corio gumbo. I've been seeing that shit on IG. I want to try that shit. What's that, man? May tag me in that. I've been seeing that. Man, I'll tag you in him right now. I've been seeing that. What's that Chefs in Motion? He be got that murder pasta. I've been seeing that shit. Look, he just be operating too late for me. He be operating by the time we start up the Kush Den. That's when he starts selling. So I say on my next cheat day, I'm gonna try to link up and get some of that, man. So shout out to that, man. Cause like I say, it's love for the city, man. Look, they ain't no sponsors, but we gonna put y'all on what's good. But Canes is cool. But I mean, it's just chicken strips. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not lying. The Canes, that little sauce, they got their little sauces live. I just tagged you in it, Honcho. Bet that. I just DM'd it to you on your own IG, bro. All right, bet that. I'm finna check that out. That murder pasta, that shit look good, man. But I think he changed his name. His name used to be like Chefs in Motion. Yeah. That was Rigo. Rigo put me up on that. I got a shout out to Rigo. You know what I'm saying? I can't take all the credit for that. Shout out to Rigo for putting me on that. I've been looking at that shit every day. Like, goddamn, why I had to start this diet shit right now? This shit look good in the bitch. Right. Make me want to pull up on a nigga, but shit. Me and baby, we going to Bel Air, man. It's because we were just watching Ugly Delicious, man. This is a show that's on Netflix, bro. And this little Asian, it's a little Korean dude, bro, that's going around. So they had an episode with Houston, and they talking about like crawfish or shit like that. And I have to go on Bel Air to this restaurant, bro, to go get the Via Cajun crawfish, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That shit looks so good. It's like with garlic butter with the regular season and spicy. And you know, motherfucking crawfish ain't real good if it ain't burning your lips. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If it don't burn my lips, I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're a real Cajun eater. You know what I'm saying? You already know how I go when it comes to the crawfish game. Yes, sir. So, and I ain't had real good crawfish, and I'm moving back to Houston. Anyway, Devontae Love, I already see. Trust me, I'm gonna be back sooner than y'all think. Already. Oh man, but yeah, man. Matter of fact, I want to know, man, what was that one? It was one everybody was hyping up, the seafood joint. I went a couple of times and it was cool. Damn it, I can't think of the name. I know y'all let me know what that shit is called. It's a seafood joint. Everybody was hyping it. I can't think of the name of that bitch. It's 2 locations. I want to say it's one on the north side, one on the south side. I can't even remember where the fuck it is on the south side. Damn it! What's the? And they had it has got the crack sauce with the crack sauce. Lotus, Lotus. There you go. Wise, appreciate that. Lotus. Everybody was hyping Lotus up. The crack sauce is holding, but the rest of it was cool. But it wasn't. I didn't for all the hype that was going around for it. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was all right. Like I said, it wasn't the best to me, but it was good.
Yeah, I don't think I've been to Razoo.
Yeah, Razoo's, man. I ain't had grand looks. Do you know how long it's been since I ate at Landry's on the boardwalk? And I'm definitely going there this weekend. Man, I ain't been to Landry's, bro. Do you know how long it's been since I ate some red snapper? Like, that shit is not in North Carolina, bro. And if it is, it's really expensive, because redfish and shit like that, they can't even, when they fish in North Carolina, they can only get a certain amount of redfish because it's not that plentiful out there. So they be having people who be fishing and shit, they be having to throw that shit back in the sea and shit.
Damn.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. It's too many rules, bro. Just let a nigga get whatever he want, cook it, grill it. Bitch, you just mad because you couldn't catch one.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Man, I fuck with the fish place bar, but you got to be certain ones, man. I've had some fish. The first one I went to was solid, but then I went to a couple. I was fooling around. I want to say I was down near Texas City or somewhere out down that way. I think I was coming from Galveston, and I saw one. I was like, oh shit, this fish place. These hoes pretty good. I don't know if it was Lamarco, but I mean that hoe was not. That hoe tasted like pure grease, dog. Like it wasn't even that good. But the first time I went, that bitch was holding though. That's why I was like, okay, But then I went to another one. I want to say, I can't remember what that other one was because it's been a bunch of different locations. But like I say, like the first time it was good. That little second spot was trash, and the third time I went to a different spot. They was good. All three different locations. So I guess it's just where you catch it at. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's your hometown. Okay.
Food, Devontae Love. But I mean, I'm pretty sure this shit would be good. I never had Guyanese, you know what I'm saying, or Colombian food or shit like that. Peruvian food. I never had a lot of that shit, man. But like, I love like Caribbean food, like Jamaican food and shit like that. Like, all Asian food. It don't even matter, bro.
I think that's the one I hit, Tenny. That's it. Yeah, I think that's the one I hit. I went to that one. That shit was not holding because I told my old lady, like, yeah, man, fish place, they good. They, yada yada yada. But that time I went there, they wasn't holding. That shit wasn't too kosher. Man, I'm tripping. Let's crank open this sauce line, man. Shout out to Anthony Gucci, man. Shout out to Anthony Gucci, bro. He I guess he was feeling the love. So okay, Gucci, ain't you a Patriots fan, Gucci? But what's the motherfucker deal? It's all love in this motherfucker, man. As long as you ain't in this bitch tripping, it's all love. Oh, I saw, man. Shout out to Clarence. I don't know if he's still in the mix. I saw him in there, man. Hold it down earlier because I saw Dusty.
The Jags fan was in here talking shit.
Yeah.
Shout out to Clarence.
Clarence, like I say, man. You know what I'm saying? Clarence got some real good parents, man. That's our boy though. We give him a hard time and he a Jags fan, but like I say, you coming in, you show love, man, and you fuck with the flavor. We gonna fuck with you, man. We ain't gonna just rail on you for the sake of doing it. But if you coming in with that nonsense, that tomfoolery and them shenanigans,
we'll let Phoenix take care of Jags fans. Know how to put him in line.
Yeah,
that's the moderator of the century when it comes to fucking Jags fans.
Yeah.
Don't worry about him.
Already. But so like I say,
he said his body looked like an empty blunt. Like I died laughing. Like an empty, gutless blunt. Like
wow,
just hollow in the inside with no soul.
Good grief. That shit hurt my soul, goddamn. Damn. All right, but yeah, we got the sauce slide over, man. So we gonna make that shit. We gonna make shit. So shout out to Gucci, man. Gucci been fucking with it for a long time. Gucci used to come on there. He used to start off on some of that bullshit, man. But he started fucking with the flavor. Gucci be holding it down. I got love for Gucci, man. Got love for Clarence, man. Like I said, they definitely hold it down. And like let's see what this. Oh, this dude, you red bracket. You ain't nothing in your honor, damn Duck Scout. Goddamn you. I don't know if you're a phoenix. I don't know if you're a duck. I don't know if you're a turkey one day. You always changing birds and shit, nigga.
One thing we know that he definitely is super light skinned. Like he's not light skinned. Like he's cast with a friendly ghost. So like he's Sam Wheaton. Like if he didn't go to heaven. Like,
oh man, look, Homer, man, you ain't gotta look, you ain't gotta throw no love on the pause, man, because this is. I'm gonna give y'all some real shit, man, some real good game, man. I ain't got no problem telling nobody I motherfucking love them. That ain't just necessarily no gay shit, dog, because you don't know who gonna be here today, who gonna be gone tomorrow, man. So if you fuck with somebody, if you got people that you cut for, you know what I'm saying, I appreciate each and every one of y'all, like I say, because time is something that you can't ever get back, and the fact that y'all dedicating time to come fuck with your boy, I love that. So I got love for y'all, man. That ain't nothing. I'm telling you, because you can lose somebody to motherfucking in minutes. So you shit, if you got love for a motherfucker, let it be known, man. Okay, let's see what this whole tripping. The call ain't come through. Hold on, I seen you.
Yeah, make sure y'all call.
Trying to get in. Let me see.
Y'all fuck getting in the comment section. We love y'all in the comment section, but man, y'all need to get on the damn phone, bro.
Okay.
If y'all really want to get y'all points out.
Yeah. Okay, my fault. I cut the other part off, but I ain't take off to Ford. And so my fault. I think that was Chandler calling in, man. Chandler, call back in, man. We'll definitely know you. We want to hear what you got to say, big baby. Look. Let me make sure this shit right. None of us know. We know, Phoenix. It might take us about 15 to 20 minutes, but we notice your absence, Phoenix. We would definitely be aware. You know what I'm
it wouldn't
saying?
be as lighter. It wouldn't have as much light in the room. Like, it would immediately get darker if you weren't in the room.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. You say Pier 99 in North Beach past the Harbor Bridge and Corpus goes off. Say I haven't ate the pier now. Man, it's another little spot that over there in I want to say, like, what is that? The Seabrook area, something like that, off 146. It's called Pier 8. They pretty good. I've been there a couple of times. I know it's a spot. I like seafood. I like fucking with seafood. It's a spot in I want to say Clear Lake over there called Abe's. That bitch is good. Abe's is holding. That bitch is all the way holding. All right, hold on. We got a call coming in on the South line. I think it's that big baby Chandler. Let's see what the motherfucking deal is. What's the motherfucking deal who we got on the South line this evening?
Hey, Honcho, it's Chandler. Man, I got a question for Wink and you. If LeBron decides to, come to Houston, I mean, wait. Okay, so here's the thing. So, what if LeBron comes to Houston and we let Ariza go? We should go after this guy named Kenthius Caldwell Pope. He's good. So I think we should go after him. So that's my question to you all. Bye.
All right, cool. That's a bit, man. I appreciate you calling in. Channel definitely speak on that, man. Kentavious Caldwell Pope, I like him. He's solid, man. He's solid. And here's my thing, though. Like I say, I don't want to put him on the pedestal, but man, that little rookie we picked up, he may, if Ariza bounce, I don't know if the height may be a little bit of a factor because he's a little short, but he's got like a 6'8", 6'9" wingspan, but I think he's only about 6'3", 6'4". But still, that motherfucker plays amazing defense. And so I would not be surprised, if he has a shot at really doing something. All right, we got another call coming in on Sauce Line. Let's see who we got in the motherfucking mix. Let me push the right shit. Hold on, look on. Here we go. Already, what's the motherfucking deal? Who we got in on the Sauce Line tonight?
This is Elijah.
Already. What kind of sauce you want to spill tonight, Elijah?
My question is, who would y'all rather have? Would y'all rather have Kawhi, PG, or LeBron? Go to the Rockets.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna hang up on you and I'm gonna talk about that. That's a bet. Appreciate you calling in. Man, appreciate that. That's what I'm talking about. Kawhi, PG, or LeBron, man. That's a real interesting question.
It would really determine who we lose. It would really determine who
each of these guys brings something a little bit different.
Yeah.
Let me cut that down and cut this other one up. So I got to figure out what happened to the volume. The volume is like a little bit throwed off on my end. So y'all apologize if I got y'all sounding too loud or either way. The thing with PG, Kawhi, and LeBron, they all bring you something different, man. I think the most team-friendly situation, or to me the best fit without all the drama, without all the extra, is probably PG with his overall skill set. And if I'm not mistaken, I think PG shot damn near 40% from three last year. Know that we love to shoot them threes, so he would definitely fit right in. He's not a person who wants to make a big deal. He's not about causing no kind of ruckus or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? He just wants, I'm sure, get his money and be somewhere where he's appreciated. Kawhi, he just showed me a little bit of drama queen. And that's kind of my thing. It's like, as much as I hate San Antonio, who has a problem with the Spurs? Like, when have you ever heard of turmoil and disruption in the Spurs and beef or a problem with Pop? Like, Pop is respected by everybody across the league. You know what I mean? And so I don't understand how, if he's got an issue with Popovich, how you going to get along with any of these other coaches? If you ain't got respect for dealing with Pop, it's going to be a problem. The only time
I mean, but we need. I think we need better details
Yeah.
in terms of that. I mean, because I think it's really easy to make that assumption from the outside looking in, and trust me, I hate the Spurs. They're my second hated team. Like I hate the Lakers and I hate the Spurs. But I mean, maybe it's something more to it in terms of turmoil, in terms of how they play him, and you know, it's probably shit behind the
all right,
scenes.
hold on one second. Let me catch this call on the Sauce line real quick, and we can get back on that. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling in on the Sauce line?
What's up, Honcho? This is Devontae. First off, I want to say Frenchie's all the way. Like, there's no competition, there's no comparison. Second, I want to spill some thoughts about the Texans. Because my expectations for the Texans are high, based on what I've seen and based on what I know that we're capable of, I have us going. I wouldn't be surprised if we go 14-2, but that might be a reach. Maybe not.
Yeah,
I think we can. But at worst, I have us going 12-4. So my question is, for anybody who have them going like 10-6, 11-5, who do y'all think we might lose to? So if you have them going 10-6, who are 16 that you think that'll beat them? If you have them going 11-5, who are 5 people that you think will beat us? That's it.
Okay, cool. Appreciate that love, Devontae.
Yeah,
man, shout out to Devontae Love, man. That's a good question too.
Yeah, it is.
This we're gonna do. I'm gonna wrap up, finish that other little question real quick. We're gonna jump on that high expectations.
Yeah.
When I was talking about LeBron, like I said, of course, LeBron, he brings you the most value overall. I mean, he's gonna bring the biggest skill set. He's gonna bring all the attention, all that. But again, he's gonna want to have things his way because he's so used to having that. And it's just that personality is gonna be real interesting watching that mesh in with the Rockets. Okay, hold on. We're gonna take this call and then we're gonna jump on Devontae Love question. Trust me, I'm keeping notes this time. I'm staying on top of stuff so we make sure we don't forget none of y'all. We're gonna answer all y'all questions. We're gonna take all y'all calls, man. Like I said, we're gonna stir up plenty of sauce. Who we got calling in on the sauce line?
This is Jack Triple.
Already Jack Triple, motherfucking pimp. What's the motherfucking deal?
So I just want to see what we're going to do with Kareem Jackson. We're going to cut him because moving to safety ain't going to really do it.
Okay. That's the BET. That go right in hand with the Texans question. That's better. We're going to hang up on you. We're going to talk about that, man. I appreciate you calling in.
All right.
Already. That's something I wanted to get on to. I wanted to get your thoughts on that. So first, let's talk about these high expectations with the Texans. And I think there's nothing wrong with having high expectations because I feel like if the talent, 14-2 would be the ultimate maximization of the talent. That means Deshaun Watson is really taking that next step. That means those pieces that we picked up in free agency on the line are actually holding it down. I would have to see. That means Foreman didn't bounce back and he didn't came back to full strength and he's playing like he was before that game, before he got out. It means that defense is back to that number one defense, and Cornell is having things on lock. That means Kevin Johnson would have to be out there balling, not getting picked on. I think that would take a whole lot of pieces to be clicking. But you're talking about the teams that we would see defeating or taking an L to if we go 10-6 or something like that.
Right.
I'm trying to remember the whole schedule. I don't just have it offhand, but
I'll pull it up right now.
Okay, yeah, let me know. And I want to say Philly, I know is on that list. And I think with them, feeling that vibe, I think I'd probably put Philly in the mix. Be honest, and I hate to say it, I think we might fool around and split one with the Jags. We're going to wax the Titans. I'm not worried about that one.
Me either.
I'm trying to think who else we got. Who else do we have that is going to be a potential threat? Like I said, I just got.
You ain't got to guess no more. Week 1, we got the Patriots.
Okay.
How do you see that game?
I
see us smashing the Patriots.
Yeah, we take the Patriots.
Not smashing the Patriots, but I think we're gonna win that game.
Yeah, I think we take the Patriots. Ain't no Lucky Cook sketch this time. We got that one.
Yeah. The next game, week 2, we got Tennessee.
Win.
We smashing them, so I'm not worried about them. The Giants, and I'm gonna say we might lose this game due to the fact that our history against the Giants has not been good. I'm only going by history.
Are we playing up there or are they playing down here?
Yeah, they playing in Houston.
They playing in Houston?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a star on that one because I could definitely see that one being an L, but I don't know. I'm 50-50.
They got a phenomenal defense too.
Yeah, then they got.
You know what I'm saying? And they got receivers, and then they gonna have Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking about that young Saquon. Like I say, that's gonna be very interesting to see. I'll put a tentative L on that one because the Texans are always good for gaffing one that they shouldn't.
Yeah, I'm honestly, I'm gonna call that one a loss.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna call that one a loss. I say Indianapolis the very next week we're gonna smash them.
Yeah, Indy no
With
way.
or with luck on with or without luck on the field.
Yeah,
It don't
yeah.
matter. Then we got the Cowboys the week after that. We smashing them.
Yeah, that's W.
Buffalo we have the week after them. We smashing them. And the only reason why I even have us winning that game is because we're not going to Buffalo.
Okay,
If we
yeah,
were
that's
in Buffalo, we
yeah.
definitely lose that
Okay,
game.
that's what I was about to ask. We're gonna be up there. We're gonna be down here. All right, I take
Nah,
that.
they got to see us here.
Okay.
Then we have to go to the Jags. I think we lose
Yeah,
that game.
I take that L on that one.
Yeah. We have Miami the week after that.
What's Miami looking like? Who did Miami pick up?
Minka, they picked up somebody else in the second round who was real good. I know Wise though. I can't remember, but they got a pretty decent squad. But the only reason I got us winning that game is because Tannehill's the quarterback.
Okay. Yeah.
The game after that, we got Denver, and I think we might lose that game.
Case gonna prove something. He gonna have something on his mind.
The game after that, we got the Redskins. We've been pretty solid against the Redskins, and but I'm not gonna lie, that's gonna end up being a much tougher game this season, considering what they got on defense. Alex Smith knows how to play well against the Texans, and they got a solid running game. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go with the dub in that game.
Gesicki is who Miami picked up. Okay.
Yeah, Gesicki. Yeah.
Okay.
Then the following week, we back at home playing against the Titans. We already said we sweep, so I don't even know why I'm breaking them up. Cleveland is the week after them. What do you got on that, Honcho?
Man, Cleveland is a team that
yes.
Man, and I've been saying since before when I saw they was accumulating all them picks, I was like, man, if they make the right moves, this is going to be a team to be reckoned. They made some good moves. I just don't know.
If you caught my stream last night, y'all already heard what I had to say about the Browns last night.
The Browns, I think the Browns are going to do kind of what the Jags did this year and kind of catch a lot of teams sleeping because of that historical, that history of how bad they've been.
Right.
Do we play them here or are they up there?
No, we playing here.
We playing here. I'm going to take the win on that one. But I think it might be a little closer than we like.
I think honestly, we'll probably end up winning that game by like 9 or 10 points.
Okay.
I don't really see that probably being a blowout like in recent years.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that game's gonna be a lot closer. Yeah. Then the very next week after that, we got the Indianapolis.
Okay. Yeah, I think we wax Indy.
I think we lose that game.
We up in Indy?
In Indy. Well, no. Well, no, we're home. The first game I'll say against Indianapolis, I'll switch that and I'll say we'll lose because we're gonna be in Indianapolis.
Mm-hmm. What did Indy stacked up on that O-line this year, didn't they?
They did.
Okay. Yeah, I'll reverse. I think I'll probably go to reverse because in Indy still we haven't been as consistent as we need to be. I can see that one.
Yeah. This game we win, but the first game we play against them we lose.
Yeah, I can see that.
All right. Then the game after that we got the Jets.
I think
the Jets have kind of been a team that's been competitive against us over the years, with the exception of the last two games we played against them in 2012, and then when we played them in 2015, when Hopkins, started the decline of Darrell Reeves. But
oh my God.
I'm gonna give us the dub, man.
Yeah, I feel like we win against the Jets. Who the Jets in? What moves did they make? Because I know they lost a couple of pieces.
Who did the Jets get? The Jets had a solid draft. I know they got Teddy B as their quarterback, and then they ended up getting Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Weren't they the team who got Sam Darnold?
Did they get Sam Darnold? Somebody.
I want to say they were the ones who got Sam Darnold. I want to say that they the ones who picked up Sam Darnold.
Why I say Sam Darnold? Okay. I think we still think we take the W on that one. And like I said,
I think so too.
It's just gonna be it's gonna be an interesting one. I think we take the dub though. Yeah.
Then we got Philly. We've never beat Philly, and we've never beat Philly. and we have to go to Philly.
I'm taking that.
I think they edged that out,
Mm.
and I think we end up losing that game probably in overtime.
Yeah.
I see that game being a back and forth game like the Seattle game.
Yeah, that's what I think is what we got to look at is with Deshaun. You know, normally I say this is like I always say I hate when people say, "Oh, this quarterback versus this quarterback," because the quarterbacks never really face each other. But in my book, Deshaun is different. It's like he sees what the other motherfucker across the field is trying to do, and he's not gonna get outplayed. So it ain't just about it. To me, when it comes to Watson, it is a QB competition. I think he knows all that talk about Wentz and all this. It's gonna be his second year. You know, all the hype Wentz had.
Right.
I'm not gonna say we're gonna get the win, but I think we're gonna see a hell of a game against Philly.
I don't see it honestly. I wouldn't be surprised if we win that game. I mean, this is just our team as how it stands now, and right now, I'm just not comfortable with saying that we get the win in that game, especially considering our history and they have a better head coach than us.
All right, let me take this call real quick, and then we're gonna finish this one up.
Okay.
What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling in on the sauce line?
This is a Jomer. To be honest, really, I think the Patriots defense is not gonna be good because they had lost their defensive coordinator to the Lions. So I'm just saying that Texans beat the Patriots, then if we beat the Eagles at Lakeland Field, which is I know it's gonna be cold out there at Philly. So it's a fun question. So bye.
Okay. Cool, man. I appreciate you calling in, man. That's a good point because I did forget all about that. With Matt leaving, so they lost their defensive coordinator. So who ended up stepping up in that position for the Patriots with Patricia leaving?
Well, I couldn't hear what you had just asked.
Because he was saying that the defensive coordinator that he's gone. I forgot about that for the Patriots. Because he was saying that he don't feel like the Patriots defense.
Yeah. You talking about old buddy because he the head coach for Detroit.
Yeah, so that's something that people got to take into account. Who do you know who ended up stepping up in his position?
You know what? I don't. I'm gonna end up looking into it, but I probably do it after the show.
Yeah.
And a lot of that shit, man, is gonna end up. And who's to say guys like Dante Htown and are gonna end up being healthy?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Edelman is already out. You know, who you going to be relying on? Chris Hogan? You don't have Brandon Cooks no more, so who's going to burn us deep? We don't have anybody that's going to be able to burn us deep. You don't have Deion Lewis no more. LeGarrette Blount's not there no more. All you got is Tom Brady. They O-line has regressed. You got rid of Cameron Fleming and Soldier. You know, of course, you bolstered up the interior because you got Isaiah Wynn. You added a great corner, the best corner in the draft, with Duke Dawson.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you got you another solid running back in Sony Michel.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you replaced some talent, but, I mean, it's first-year talent who we don't know. If anything, the running back will probably off right out of the gate be real good, considering the fact that Tom Brady's the quarterback and you got a good coach like Belichick. But, I mean, it's going to be something to see, but I just see us winning that game. I think we've been in enough close games against them recently, and the fact that we can have good quarterback play now, that we'll be able to start edging them out.
Yeah, absolutely. I think so, too. I think this is the Brady is starting to decline because he even talking a little bit different because, he used to be, I want to play till I'm 45. Now the gazelle or whatever her name is in his ear.
Yeah,
Gazelle, telling him, look, it's time for you to get out.
Sit your ass down. You got 5 Super Bowls. You're the best quarterback of all time. What the hell you still need to play for?
Yeah, pretty much. All right, this is the deal. We're going to answer up these last couple of questions, these last couple of calls that came in. I'm going to cut the sauce line off, but if y'all still want to text some stuff in, I'll still take the text. But I want to make sure we address these last few. We were at Philly on that.
Yeah, we were at Philly. We were at Philly.
Okay.
And then after Philly, the last game is against the Jags, and I say we win that game because we at home.
Okay, we Jags at home. Okay, yeah, definitely. Who was after the Broncos?
After the Broncos?
Yeah.
After the Broncos, it was the Redskins.
Okay, that's right, Redskins. Right. Okay. I'm gonna take that. So 1, 2, 3, 5. So I got us looking about like 11-5. Honestly.
Yeah, I got us at about 11-5, 12-4. I mean, what did you mark? What you were marking my record? Too, right?
We was probably agreeing on most of them. I think I said the Giants, that Jags, that Indy at Indy.
You're right.
And then
the Broncos and Philly.
Yeah. And then Broncos and Phillies, yeah.
So 11-5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
11-5.
Yeah.
So that's I can see that. And I wouldn't be honestly, and I wouldn't be upset about that. Want it finally be over that 9-7. It's been time we should have been in the double-digit wins, especially how poor the division was prior to. Now we had some quarterback issues,
right.
but now we're in a position where everything is everything. There's no excuses for anybody. That's this is my thing now. There's no excuses for B.O.B. He's got a quarterback. You got your defensive coordinator. We starting the year off back with health. It's not like somebody coming in just at the beginning of the year. I mean, other than Foreman. We still scheduled, but he should be back. But Watt's supposed to be good for camp. Merciless been ready. Clowney will be all right. He just cooling. I have no other words. But I want to address that one. So I'm saying about 11-5, and I can see that. I know the
11-5 is great enough for this to win this division as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Now the question was asked about Kareem and his motherfucking switch to safety. Now, I that's something that we've been talking about for a long time. Keep him in the box. He's solid. I think that as long as you keep everything in front of him, I think Kareem's going to be all right.
Yeah. I have no problem with that move, and it should have been made years ago.
Yeah, absolutely.
Once you saw a regression in his speed, and when you saw that everything in front of him on a consistent basis, he's pretty much able to make a play on, except for that when he was playing, in cover 2 man, and he let Brandon Cooks get past him against that last touchdown that the Patriots scored to win that game. Outside of that, I'm not sure if he had a brain fart or he was just lazy or he threw the game or I don't know what it was. You know what I'm saying?
He had money on the game.
He definitely, for the most part, does well. But we can also make the case that when he does play with guys in front of him, that's mostly with guys who have shitty talent, at the receiver options, and typically the quarterback isn't good. Okay. It's not going to matter if anybody's ahead of him when it comes to Brady and Aaron Rodgers, because they'll always be able to capitalize on guys like Kareem Jackson. Dudes like that make like he's the type of player that you can make your career off of.
Yeah, no, he'll bully Bortles. He'll find a way to pick on Bortles.
And Andy Dalton.
Yeah,
and Mariota and guys in the division. He can take care of those type of guys, and he can make some splash plays outside of the division here and there.
Yeah.
But more often than not, you can't depend on him to come down with interceptions and things of that nature and make the big plays that's going to win you the ball.
It's too much sauce.
Alrighty, Texas T, I appreciate you stirring up some flavor in the motherfucking sauce. So welcome to Sauce Nation. All right, so let me see. Making sure that we ain't forgetting anything. I want to make sure.
I thought Texas T was already subscribed.
I thought so too, but I just saw the thing pop up. So I'm gonna show love. Don't y'all be going around subscribing and unsubscribing just to get some extra love. One more text in on the sauce line from Chandler. What's the motherfucking deal? Says if LeBron comes to Houston, what will the reaction of the fan base of Houston be? You're gonna see every bandwagon fan in Houston, the ones who's out there wearing Golden State jerseys, the one who are also probably Patriots fans and all that other people. If you have bandwagon tendencies in your blood, it's in your nature. Then
you have if you have commitment issues, I don't expect you. You know what I'm saying? Really, because that's a commitment issue.
Exactly. So here's the deal. Like I said, so trust me, everybody gonna jump on dick, and there's gonna be so many motherfuckers who ain't never fuck with Houston outside of the city that's gonna swear up and down that they've been fucking with the motherfucking with the flavor and stuff like that. They definitely will definitely come jump on dick as far as what's going on in the city. Just because the same way motherfuckers did with Miami. People wasn't no fans of no Miami. They couldn't tell them who Alonzo Mourning was. The motherfuckers would just swear up and down. They did the same thing with Golden State fans now. People just gonna jump on dick, man. It's gonna be what it is.
Honestly, I think basketball is made like this nowadays. It's really the players you fuck with, because you're fans of several players outside of any organization that you root for. LeBron James is my favorite player. Been that since before he went to Miami. So since he's been in the league and he's been showing his, because it was Tracy McGrady. It was Steve Francis. If we're talking about from 2000 on up, it was Steve Francis, Tracy McGrady. And then when T-Mac really started dipping off and, his career started going down when LeBron took over. And when he started winning championships and shit like that, I was just glad that he was out here winning. He was, showing that he was the player we thought he was.
Exactly.
And I've been riding with him ever since. I don't ride with no organization he plays for, only him.
Yeah, that's how I was. Like I say, when he was in Miami, like I said, I wanted to see LeBron get his, man. Put in work. Cleveland did him dirty, in my opinion. They ain't ever try to make no effort to get him what he needed, you know what I'm saying? And then gonna get mad and what's his name gonna make them fucking comments like he owned the man or some shit. Look, you were just fortunate that he was born in the Cleveland area and that y'all sucked enough to be drafting, number one. Like, other than that man don't know you shit. And then, he bounced, and then he still, to me, that's why I say I like LeBron, because he had the integrity still to come back and do it for the city, regardless of all that past shit and everything. He went and got his, got a little taste of the wins, and then he brought that back to the city.
I love what he does. And he speaks up for his people. He's not a coon.
Yeah.
I love that too. I can't sit here and say that I don't appreciate that about LeBron James, because I do, and because it's enough coons that we have, in sports, that don't serve our people when it comes to social issues, and they don't have anything to say because they're afraid of their paychecks and legacy being tarnished.
And that's my thing. That's why I say I do respect about him. Like, a lot of people are always refer, Jordan is Jordan. Jordan ain't never do nothing for nobody but Jordan.
Was a straight coon.
Like, Jordan only did it for Jordan. If it ain't benefit Jordan didn't give a shit, And I mean, everybody's entitled to that right. But I feel that, LeBron, he does the fact that he speaks with his mind, and I can definitely respect that. Because, like I say, shit, I'm gonna speak my mind if I feel a person like that. I respect anybody who else is willing to do that shit. But with that being said, man, I'm gonna start wrapping things up here. I want to shout out to everybody, man. This was a great episode. I want to shout out to Wink, another great Wink Wednesday. I want to shout out to Sauce Nation, man, because y'all are the freshest and motherfucking ingredients. Y'all make it all worthwhile. You know what I'm saying? I want to appreciate everybody who called in on the Sauce line, text in on the Sauce line. You know what I mean? Just overall, any kind of participation, keeping the chat active, definitely putting your thoughts in there, keeping us up to date. When we got questions, like I say, we ain't perfect. We ain't got no, we're not a big franchise with 100 employees and we got motherfuckers to do research for us and do all this other shit and still be sounding crazy on the radio, man. So we rely on y'all for the good info, man, and we appreciate that, the fact that y'all contribute, because again, like I say, this is about y'all, man.
Shout out to Hector with the new job he got with the Astros and shit like that. He be holding all the sports franchises down. He be holding down the Dynamo. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he don't really fuck with the Rockets like that. But shit, I guess if they go ahead and they spin that Ciabatta, you're a die-hard fan.
Absolutely, y'all, man. And I appreciate that. Appreciate that, Elijah. Appreciate that, Devontae. Man, shout out to Devontae, Elijah.
Everybody who said.
Call
shout
in.
out to everybody who appreciates the stream.
Yeah,
man.
Jack Triple call in. Appreciate that, man. Chandler calling in. Appreciate that. Like I say, man, utilize that Sauce line when it's active, man. Because like I say, we do this for y'all. We enjoy having a conversation with y'all. You know what I'm saying? And we just, it's all about that, and that's what it is. Shout out to the rest of the Sauce family, everybody holding it down, man. Like I say, it's all good, man. And like I say, we're going to keep pushing. I have a
down here, man. I see I got the little truck down here, man.
Jay, you ain't catch the poll, Jay? We had put it up. I think Frenchie's ended up winning the. I think Frenchie's won the poll from earlier. So shout out to Jay Dizzle for the poll on that one. And we had some good food talk. That was the first. We had some good look. We look at them. We all put each other on game on some food. So everybody hungry, the motherfucker gonna look. Let them know y'all heard it on Sauce Nation, where y'all got the recommendations from Sauce Sports. But again, man, like I say, it's all good. And like I say, we enjoy doing that for y'all. And shout out to I don't even know how you say that whoever's child, because you had put me on a good little thing on the comment on the other video, and I went and checked that. I actually watched that twice today, so appreciate that. Yeah, the Popeyes now already. So like I say, man, yeah, we'll be in the Kush there at 9:30, man. We're gonna have some fun tonight. We're gonna talk about celebrity hall passes, and if y'all don't know what a hall pass is, it's like when you have permission from your significant other to do the dooski. If y'all ever seen that movie where she gave him like a week, he had a week to go use his hall pass so he could cheat, and it wouldn't be any trouble for him. But this one is going to talk about celebrity hall pass. So you got
sounds like indecent proposal. And like I just watched that movie for the first time last week. You know what I'm saying? And like Bro, Demi Moore fucked over Woody Harrelson big time in that movie, bro.
Oh man, I'll be honest, I don't even think I've seen it. I remember when it came out. I remember the fucking trailers and all that, but I don't think I ever ended up watching that bitch.
Woody Harrelson and Demi Moore, bro, was married and shit. Yeah. They had debt problems. They was at the casino, lost everything, then won some money. And this billionaire nigga was peeping on Demi Moore, rightfully so. And he offered nigga $1 million, to go to smash Demi Moore. She went to the boat, smashed. They deal was she didn't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
And old buddy got in his feelings. She was like, "Yeah, the dick was great. Was that? He fucked the shit out of me." Like, oh man, like no husband wants to hear that. I'm like, yes, right. You know what I'm saying? And he got all in his feelings over the money. Yeah. It was crazy, bro.
Oh man. So yeah, don't ask questions you don't want the answers to, man. You go here, you go searching, you gonna find out. But okay, shout out to Jason. Do you say Sparkle Burger is the best in town? I'm gonna check that out. I'm gonna take a look at that. I fucks with that. There's a couple little spots that I didn't have. I heard somebody told me Smash Burger, something like that's supposed to be good. I definitely fuck with Tookies. There's a couple of spots I want to eat that. I think it's like a Big Mouth Burgers or something like that. I've been checking out that I want to see. There's a couple of little spots. But I'm gonna check that out. That Sparkle. J Bird, you get some love, man. Shout out to J Bird. I give you some love, man. You say Joy Burger and Katie say Smash Burger trash. Oh, no bueno. So I see, look at y'all give me mixed opinions. Somebody saying it's trash. I'm gonna have to find out for myself. I can't be taking y'all damn opinions. But yeah, like I say, make sure y'all in the Kush den. We're gonna talk crazy tonight, man. And shout out to everybody who came through last night. We definitely had a good conversation last night. Got on some real shit. Had sign of the times. But man, anything Wink you want to say before we get up out of here?
Okay. All right. Yeah, what you say now, Honcho?
No, say anything you want to say before we get up out of here?
Man, shit, shout out to everybody, that came through Sauce Nation. We appreciate it. Make sure y'all share these videos, man, because we're trying to grow at a rapid rate because this fucking Houston sports media ain't worth the fuck. And we're trying to supplant their asses, and we mean this. Exactly. We're not just saying it just to be saying it, just to sound good so y'all can come through and be like, oh, we was the first on board. No, we want y'all to be the first on board because we the best motherfucking sports radio show in Houston.
Exactly. That's
period. And we want y'all to be part of it from day one.
Exactly. And so that's what I need y'all to do me a favor, man. I need y'all to do us a favor. Either if you follow on Twitter, if you follow on the gram, like whenever we post up the new stuff or what's going to be the new episode, anything like, man, tag as many of your friends as possible and introduce it to them. You know what I mean? Show them.
Matter of fact, what y'all can do if y'all love us like y'all claim y'all love us, I'm looking right here at the share button. Go right to the share button if you own the app, right?
Yes, sir.
When we log off, let us know you shared the video on whatever social platform, whether you got your Twitter link, you got your Instagram link, you got your Facebook link, so people can see that we not bullshitting when it comes to talking Houston sports.
Exactly.
If y'all do that, man, we got to have y'all on the show.
Exactly, man. And we appreciate all the love that y'all been showing and the love that y'all continue to show, man. You know what I'm saying? You get 1 million sauce for the share.
Why is giving out 1 million sauce for shares?
That's a BET.
Matter of fact, and if you share it to 2 of your social media, make it 2 million.
Yeah, exactly. But I said, I'm with it. So like I say, man, and look, this what y'all do, man. Y'all take care of that for us. We greatly appreciate it. And like I say, just want to say thank y'all, man. Like I say, I always want to be super sincere and let y'all know that we really do appreciate this shit, man. Because again, there's so many other things that y'all can do. And I be telling y'all, I've been catching some low key hate. I've been peeping some little games, some little things that's going on. And so, like I say, y'all make this shit worthwhile. Y'all make it entertaining. And like I say, well, everybody else keep emulating. We're gonna keep originating, and we're gonna take this thing to the next level. But with that being said, Sauce Nation, y'all the freshest motherfucking ingredients in the world. I'm gonna leave the motherfucking bank open for a little while, so even after the stream is over with, y'all can still gamble in the bank and shit like that if y'all want to do that. I'm just gonna chuck up the deuce. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Wink, appreciate you following through. And again, another great Wink Wednesday, man. I'm chucking up the deuce and we out. Y'all stay saucy.